Okay, it's like 4 a.m. I can't sleep. I slept from like 11 something 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 p.m. to like 2 a.m. Randomly woke up. Uh, I don't know, it felt really anxious. Alexa, put the volume down. I just felt really anxious. I don't know. Sometimes I still have this issue. Maybe a lot of you don't know, but I still have this issue with anxiety sometimes, right? And so I don't know, randomly woke up at 2 a.m. Just feel super anxious. This flight or fight mode. I felt it like activating in my body, and just quickly did a few things, just try to calm myself down. Made dua to Allah, and still can't sleep. I don't know. It's been 2 hours. I feel sleepy now, inshallah ta'ala. But like while I was literally just about to sleep. I came up. I didn't come up with, but there's an idea came up in my head about never focusing on like the benefits, or like the minute details. Like so many people get so, I'm gonna be blunt, they just get so autistic over like what is the thing that's gonna change my life. Let me explain, right? I'm gonna give you a few examples. The first example I'm gonna give you is money, right? So I used to be like this type of person, but a lot of people think like this, right? They think that in order for me to make money, I need to focus on the business model. So like their goal is to make $10,000 a month, like everyone else, even myself. Not gonna lie, right? But the goal is to make like money, a lot of money, right? But then they're focusing on, okay, so what's the best business model? Is it YouTube? Is it crypto? Is it stocks? I'm like, that's not how it works. Stop being autistic and focusing on like the thing that's going to change your life. There's no magic pill. And this is something that you need to understand. I don't know where the camera is. I don't know if am I even staring at you. I think I am. There's no magic pill, right? There's nothing that's going to. For example, and I know. Don't look at my mustache, by the way. I kind of messed it up. I trimmed it to this side is shorter than this side. Just, it's gonna grow back. Okay. I don't have a wife yet. I don't care about my looks like that. Okay. But I mean, even if have a wife or not have a wife, I'm still gonna want to look my best because I don't just look. By the way, this is just a disclaimer. I'm not gonna just look good for my wife. I'm gonna look good because I want to look good. Of course, I'll look good for my wife because she deserves a good husband, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna put myself looking good just because of her and look ugly. No, and this is whatever. This is a small mistake. And I'm also bulking in the gym, so I'm getting a little bulky. But don't worry about it. Side tangent, I know. But pretty much, going back to the topic, if you just focus on, like, for example, I'll give you another example, which is the gym. Some people are like, oh my god, how do I lose weight? I remember this was me when I was really, really overweight back in COVID 2020. I remember this, I don't know why this happened in COVID 2020, but in COVID 2020, suddenly had this like this vision. Oh no, I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight. You know why? Because back in COVID 2020, schools were closed, everything was closed, and I was gonna plan a big comeback, bro. I was planning the biggest comeback of my life. I was like, when I go back to school, it's over. I'm gonna come back different. Whenever school starts again, people are not gonna recognize Mahi anymore. They're gonna be like, what the heck? Because again, back then, again, I wasn't like super practicing. I was like one of those westernized Muslims, I mean, I still am, but like, alhamdulillah, it's getting better. But like back then, I was like super like just westernized Muslim. Yeah, I'd pray here and there, but then I wanted girls and stuff. I'm gonna be honest, like I wanted girls and stuff like that. So alhamdulillah, I didn't get any girls at that school or anything like that. So, but you know what I'm saying. But I was like, I'm gonna come back different, bro. Everyone thinks I'm ugly because I used to be really, really ugly, like really fat, like really ugly. Like I used to be so insecure, and just to be blunt, like really, I think everyone thought I was ugly. Like no one really like, no one saw me as like the attractive guy in school. No one saw me as the one guy who was like girls didn't. I know. I know in the Muslim, I know as Muslims, it's taboo to speak about this, but I'm not trying to reveal my sins or be proud of my sins. I'm just saying I have desires like everyone else. I'm not saying I got a girl. Okay, relax. But I'm saying, I wanted girls to look at me, and I wanted just like to be the cool kid in school, the guy with the aura, the guy with some energy, people are around him all the time, and you know what I'm saying? Like people are crushing on. I was like the guy who pretty much I had no self-respect for myself because I was fat, because I was insecure and ugly. I was very ugly, bro. And this is not even me trying to like I was actually ugly. And the thing is, like, I used to make fun of myself. I had no self-respect for myself. Like I would be the type of guy to make fun of myself for your laughter. If someone does that, if you're that type of person, you make fun of yourself for other people's laughter, you have no self-respect, bro. You need to get some self-respect back into you. You're destroying your own dignity, bro. You know how much these thoughts of yourself, of course you're laughing with them, you're saying, oh yeah, 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 I'm just fat, I'm just ugly, ha ha ha, so funny. But then deep down it's true, and deep down these are the same thoughts that keep you awake at night. These are the same thoughts that don't make you unhappy and depressed. You have no self-respect, bro, if you make fun of yourself with other people. Don't sacrifice your own self for others people's laughters, bro. Be funny in other ways. Don't be funny through your own pain. All right, another side point. But bro, I keep moving on to side points, but it's been 7 minutes in this video. But this is what the unfiltered channel is about. Okay, so going back to the topic. Going back to the topic. We're talking about being autistic. We're talking about being autistic. We're talking about the fact that everyone is focusing on, like, for example, okay, this is I'm back on topic, back on topic. When I was in that school and I was trying to lose weight, and I was in COVID, right? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have the biggest comeback of my life. Mahi's gonna be different this time. Mahi's just gonna be different. Everyone's gonna look at him as a different person, fully transformed, right? So what happened is, during COVID, when everything was closed and no one was seeing me, obviously we were allowed to go outside, right? I mean, we were, but social distancing, whatever, right? So I was just like, okay, cool. I have a bicycle, not a real bicycle. I mean the one like with the gym bike. The one that doesn't move. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's the ones at the gym. It's like shaped as a bicycle, and you do this, but it's not really a bicycle. Whatever, it's a cardio machine, bro. Right? I don't know how to explain so much. I'm getting out. So I had that at home. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Boom. This is my comeback stage. I'm gonna just use this bike, and oh, there's an issue. What's the issue? I don't know how to lose weight. I didn't know what a calorie deficit was, a calorie surplus. I didn't know that in order to lose weight, and this is most people's, by the way, this is their thinking. I didn't know that in order to lose weight, all you have to do is be on a calorie deficit, and over time, your body will just burn calories because you're on a deficit. What I thought was that you had to eat certain foods to lose weight. So I was going autistic. I was like, what is the best diet? I need the best diet to lose weight. I was searching up on YouTube. I need the best diet. Oh, is it tuna fish? Is it celery sticks? Is it lettuce? Bro, I was copying so many people's diets for fat loss. I remember I was doing this food where you get lettuce shaped as like a boat. They're called lettuce boats. And instead of having like bread, or if you're brown, roti or paratha, or like bread. Instead of having carbs or rice, you get a lettuce boat, and you put like chicken on top of the lettuce. And they're like, oh yeah, this is a great food to lose weight. Bro, that's not how fat loss works. And yeah, there's people right now, they're like, the best business model to make $10,000 a month, the best pickup line to get your next girl on a date, how to get married in Islam, or like, but then specifically like the best pickup lines to say to the father when you get married. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, it's not about the best, the best, the best. It's not about like the thing, the magic pill, bro. And everyone is so blind to this. And I used to be so blind to this. I'm not saying that I'm like not blind to it now. Of course, I still fall for it, right? The occasional 10K a month videos to get to me as well. Don't worry. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's there. We're thinking about the magic pill. There's no magic pill, or it's not as magical as you think. Let me explain even further. Because it took me over 1 year, 2 years, really, yeah, almost 2.5 years to figure out that in order to lose weight, all you have to do is be on a calorie deficit. You don't have to starve yourself. You don't have to eat celery every day. You don't have to eat salad, even though you're about to vomit every day. All you have to do is just be on a calorie deficit. Just make sure you're not eating McDonald's, astaghfirullah. Make sure you're not eating fatty foods, and you're fine. And you're fine, bro. You can eat your bread, you can eat your rice, you can eat your carbs. Just again, don't overdo it and make sure you're on a deficit, and you'll eventually lose weight. Only if people had the patience. But the same people who always are autistic and they're looking for, what is the best? Oh my god, I need the best diet right now. I need the best money making, like the people that looking for the best magic pill to make them change their life. They're the same people who will never achieve what they want to achieve unless Allah gives it to them. I mean, Allah's gonna give it to you regardless. I'm talking about like if Allah just gives it to you either way. They're the same people who will never get what they want because those people are not going to be patient enough to go through the hard trials. I'm in a situation right now where I just released a product and I have to be really patient. You know, I thought like the sales were gonna just skyrocket, but then I'm seeing making money is so much harder than people make it seem. It's in terms of like it's hard because it's simple, but it's hard. Like I know I made a product. I have my expertise. People like what I preach. People like my expertise. People like what I listen to. People like my wisdom, whatever. And so I'm selling that. But then also at the same time, even though I'm really happy with the product, and the product I think is great. And if you don't know what the product is, it's pretty much self promo. Now, the product is pretty much a full on transformational guide for you to just go from a someone who's so inconsistent on your goals. Like imagine, right? This is one of the biggest issues people face when it comes to Islamic self improvement. They just they're just inconsistent, bro. They wanna be disciplined. They wanna be consistent on their goals. They wanna just achieve their goals. Get like feel like they're growing, but they never do. So this guide is not that expensive. It's just a comprehensive step by step guide to really be super consistent towards your goals and just become like dangerous, bro. If you're wondering how some people are so consistent and they're dangerous and they just go in and they're disciplined, I show it all in the guide. Anyways, so I realized, bro, yeah, sales don't just jump through. People are not just gonna give you hand out their card like, oh yeah, 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 I'm gonna buy your product. Yeah, yeah. No, like they need trust. I need to make more content, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I can stay patient with it because I know it's not about the magic pill. It's about being the person that you have to be to achieve the thing that you have to achieve. It's not about the best diet. You can literally like it doesn't matter really what you eat and stay away from fatty foods and junk food and you'll be fine. Just make sure you're on a deficit. It's not about the business model. Why? Sure, there's gonna be some business models which are easier to make money than other business models, obviously. Like I if someone were to start business, I made my first money from business. Like I back in 2023, just before or after I went to Umrah. I'm not sure. I think before I went to Umrah. It was before I went to Umrah. I made my first 1K online. And it was it was crazy. It didn't feel real. Like I made $1,000. Like imagine it. I think I made a lot of money for the fact that I was a beginner. And by the way, you might be thinking, what the you're just lucky. No, I it took me 9 months. It took me 9 to 10 months to make $1,000. So just so you know, 9 to 10 months of business, switching businesses, learning this, learning that. So It's not like I was just handed $1,000. And this is what I mean. It's not really about like the business model. Again, there's gonna be some business models that are easier. Like I would I would recommend someone to always do start an online business at the beginning because it's just easier to make money from it. But at the end of the day, bro, okay, let me explain this. Is there a cookie brand or a cupcake company right now or a hot dog company that's making billions of dollars? Yes or no? Yes. Is there a company that's selling you toilet paper and they're making billions of dollars? Yes. Then why are you so fixated? Not just you, but why are people so fixated on like best business model? Is it possible to make money from YouTube in a halal way, not through ads, but like through like products and stuff? Is it possible to make money from personal branding? Yes, almost everyone is doing it now. Is it also possible to make money from drop shipping? If it's halal, I don't know if it's halal, but if it is it possible to make money from coaching or from anything, bro, selling candles or something? Are people making money from it? Yeah. Is that the best way to go? You have to try it yourself. That doesn't mean that you just focus on like again being autistic about it. Just don't be autistic about it, right? Some people, I remember I was watching this literally before I was making this when I was just sitting in my bed because I couldn't sleep, and I was watching this video, and this video, it was like it's something about like relationships or something like that, right? And pretty much what I'll tell you from the video is a lot of people are just like focused on like, okay, I'm about to get married right now. What do I say to the father? What do I say? Like, how do I act? And like, what's the best thing to say? How do I impress him? What's the best thing to say to my wife? How do I impress my wife? How do I, keep a conversation? How do I talk to my wife? How do I make her laugh? If you're focused on these things, bro, you're finished. You are finished because you're not focusing on the actual problem. You're being fake. Like we're being fake when we do this, bro. When you focus on like the best way to keep a conversation with your wife, you're hearing someone else's advice so that you can talk to your own wife. Just talk to your wife. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself. Be abundant. Instead of saying, oh my God, how do I impress the father of my future wife? You impress him by being the man that is not needy. You impress the father by being the man who's abundant. You go to the father and you realize, hey, future father in law, if you wouldn't say father in law, but you say, like, hey, uncle or something, right? And you'd be like, you know, I'm not, like, you wouldn't tell him that, but the mindset you'd go with it is you're not desperate because you're not, like, why are you so desperate for the wife? Why are you so desperate for her? I'm saying if you were to do that, it should be a mutual benefit. It should be a mutual connection. You're also getting married, but she's also marrying you. She's also coming into your life. Have you even like thought about the fact that she could come into your life and destroy everything? Have you thought about the fact that like the father could be, someone who's not supportive of what you do? It's a mutual benefit. When you go, you also examine the father. You're saying, are you a good enough father-in-law for me? Yeah, you have respect because he's older than you, sure. But it's not just like, oh, I need to get married to this girl. What the heck, bro? What kind of wife would want a guy like that? A needy guy. No, no, no wife would want a guy like that, bro. Because you're showing very insecure and weak, you know, feelings. You're not someone who's abundant. Women look up to someone who respects himself. Girls look up to someone. They want to be with someone who is abundant, who is not needy, who's independent. He's only needy to Allah. He's only dependent on Allah. That's how I'm sort of looking at it. So don't be autistic, bro. Don't be like, I need to focus on, like, don't. Focus on you. Focus on the roots problem, not the symptoms of the problem. If you're someone who just becomes secure, independent, funny, how do you become funny? You just focus on your own humor. You act yourself. You don't act like someone else. You don't talk like someone else. You don't listen to this guy. Oh my god, so this guy told me I have to talk like this way to my future wife. Okay, so I'm gonna talk like this way. Well, you're only talking like him now. You're not talking like yourself. All you have to do is just focus on the fundamental keys. What do I mean by that? I mean focus on the fundamental rules and then let yourself just take over those rules. For example, in business again, right? In the area of business, some people are like, what is the best business model? Bro, most business models will make you money. So now it's just up to you to figure out what are the fundamentals of business, what are the fundamental rules of business, and how can I make the most money from a business that makes the most sense to me. Like I'm looking at this business. I'm noticing that I could probably do good in this business because I have some maybe some previous expertise. Maybe I'm good with this business model. For example, for me, I was really confident when it came to YouTube because I've been doing YouTube since I was 11. So after I made my first $1,000 with my other business, I stopped that stuff. I stopped video editing for people because I didn't like that business and stuff like that. So I started doing YouTube again. And when I started doing YouTube again, I was confident. I was confident, bro. Because I've been doing them. This is like YouTube is my bread and butter. YouTube is something that I've been doing since I was 11, right? It's my comfort zone. So I can just come back to this, boom, just blast out again. So you look at the fundamentals of business, you look at how to make money on a fundamental level, and then you just choose a business model that makes the most sense to you that you can probably be the best in. And if you're not, then you learn. If you do, like it's just like stop being autistic. It's not about focusing on what is the magic pill. No, there's no such thing as that. It's really about who you are. Because again, I'm almost done, but I'll just end a few topics or a few points with these points. I'll end this video with a few points. What I can't even speak. It's 4 a.m. But I'll end with these, which is, let's say Elon Musk came to us, me and you, right? And he built us $1 billion business. I mean, he's made over 100 billion or something. I don't know, right? So Elon Musk could, let's say he came to me and you and is like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna make you a $1 billion business. But then he made us the $1 billion business. It's generating $1 billion, but then he just left, and he told us, oh yeah. So this business is now making $1 billion, but now I'm gonna leave the rest up to you. We're like, um, okay. So now he left, and now me and you are in charge of a $1 billion business. Me and you are both ignorant. Me and you barely even made money. Maybe you haven't even made your own first money online. How do you expect to manage a $1 billion business? Do you even know what fulfillment is? Do I even know what fulfillment is? No. Do we know what what they even do at $1 billion level? No. I don't heck no, bro. I don't know what they do. All I know is that he sells Teslas. Do we know how to what the how do you even manage a company at that level? The thing is you don't. You hire CEOs, you hire executive positions like CEO, you hire CFOs, officers, this officer, marketing officer, like you hire chairman and like if like high positions so they can do the work for you. So like we're not at that level. Do we know how much to pay, payroll, anything? We don't. And so you're saying, you know, oh, what's the best business model, man? I just want to make money. Bro, it's not about the best business model, bro. It's about you. If you know how to make 10K a month, because you learned the fundamental skills and you've done it before, then it doesn't matter what business model you do, you're gonna make 10K a month. That's just how it is. Like if you saw a YouTuber and this YouTuber is making 10K a month, right? And let's say you took him away from his YouTube channel, you deleted everything, his channel got banned. He will still know how to come back and be a YouTuber again. And he will be a YouTuber again. And he's gonna appear on his screen again in a couple of months. Even though his channel got banned, he knows how to come back. Because he's already done the job. He's learned the skills. He's learned the wisdom. He's became the person who can achieve that much. So he'll just come back and make 10K a month again. A person who got handed success, they don't know how to make it. They got handed success. So when they get rid of the success, boom, they don't know how to make it back. They're finished. This is why you see, I think in statistics, right? Family generation, like wealth, when you have like wealth that is passed down through family, like let's say I make $100 million, I'm gonna pass this down to my future children and then their future children. I don't think it gets past 2 generations. I think after 2 generations the money goes away, if I'm not mistaken. I think some families, they know how to hold it, like the Saudi family and stuff. Not gonna lie, they're doing a pretty good job there. But other than that, like I don't most families, they lose family wealth really fast. In like 2 or 3 generations it's gone, I'm pretty sure. Because when someone gets inherited money and they don't know how to make it and they don't know how to literally earn that money, they're gonna lose it. And when they lose it, they don't know how to make it back again. The same way, right now, I'm bulking. My face is chubby. I'm chubby. I'm really chubby, actually. I'm really chubby, right? But I know how to lose weight because I've already done it. It's easy for me. For me, it's a comfort zone. And also, I'm also gaining weight on purpose, but that's a different story. The idea is I still know how to lose weight. It's easy. All I have to do is just cut down. I've done it before so many times. That's it. It's like you have to first be the person who can achieve whatever you want to achieve. It's not about the best magic pill. That doesn't exist. There's no such thing as that. Just be the person who can, how do I say this? Be the person who can achieve. That's what I can say. Yeah. Right. I was thinking about like the marriage example. Instead of trying to find the best pickup line, what if you're just someone who's naturally confident because you respect yourself, because you hold yourself to a high standard, because you're disciplined, because you take good care of yourself. Your beard is sharp. You're in good shape. You go to the gym early or something. You always go to the gym. Like then that's what's gonna make you confident. Instead of searching up the best pickup line, be confident by focusing on yourself. And by default, you will have good pickup lines and you'll be smooth when it comes to your future wife and talking to, I'm not saying in dating, astaghfirullah. I'm saying in terms of like, talking to the future father. If you're needy, you're insecure. Okay? That's all I want to say. I'll see you whenever I see you, inshallah. I love you for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaikum.